Okay, last week I went to my first auction. Today it's round 2. I also found a garage sale on the way home, so at the end I'll show you what I found there. It was some of the best deals of the day. I admit I had too much fun. I just had to try again. They had a peacock chair and I thought for sure I was gonna be able to buy it for $30. But last night it kept going up and up and up. Ended up going for $150 and I didn't get it. But I did find some really unique things that I'm very excited about and I'm gonna show you. There's also a few things I need help with because I have no idea what they're worth. If it's your first time here, my name is Laura and I am starting a vintage booth in an antique store. If you're interested in thrift finds, furniture flips, and anything else that's vintage or antique, make sure that you click subscribe. Let's jump in. All in one lot at the auction, they had these 2 yokes, this broken saw, this gorgeous vintage fan, and the lantern. This was so cool. It did mention that it was cracked, which is true. I think one of the hardest things is going to be deciding how much to clean this up. That glass is very broken, but that tape almost is just as unique as the lamp itself. So cool. In a lot by themselves, they had these shoe forms. I have no idea what they're worth, but I've seen more and more people including them in their booth, and I think they're just really unique and will add a lot of character. Let me know what you think. Getting into the ceramics. There's this lot. I'm gonna start with this one so that we can get it out of the way. I've seen a lot of people using blue lately in their booth. This is mostly, I don't know that these pieces will be worth very much, but I really wanted these candlesticks. I've been working on a lot of crafts lately, and I really like the idea of painting these, using some epoxy and adding a top and making some pedestals. So these, this whole lot in this box, I got for $2.50, and it's really just craft supplies. But something like this, I'll definitely be excited to sell on its own also. Okay, let's get that out of the way so that we can look at the rest of this. Teacups and saucers don't sell great, but I have my first craft show coming up and I really want to make some bird feeders, and I think it's so cute to take vintage teacups and saucers and make them into bird feeders. Hopefully I'll be able to show you that on a later video, but I have some really good ideas. Overall at this auction, I only spent $55. So this was super cheap, and to be able to try out the bird feeders and get those working, I'm really excited. They have all different designs and shapes. Hopefully I'll be able to match them up really easily. That's kind of the idea of the bird feeder. I'll have to adhere everything and find a way to hang it, all of that fun stuff, but this will give me a lot of opportunities to try. I also like that they'll all end up being unique. That is gorgeous. That I'll be able to sell on its own. That one's pretty. Ooh, I didn't expect these. It's a souvenir from Fort Wayne, Indiana. I'll have to Google that and see what that means. That is very pretty. It'll be interesting to see if that's something unique. This is gorgeous. That is beautiful. I might need to search for that on its own. That's a really neat standalone dish. And a little extra teacup. Very pretty. On to the mystery box. This was actually 2 separate lots, but they were packed together. There's the stuff I do not need. I did check this music box and it does work. Not exactly sure what these things are, but I'll look into it. Had a whole new deck of cards. This will be a cute tray to kind of put stuff on in the booth. This might be something that I also make another pedestal plate out of. This was what caught my eye. This vintage serving tray. I think it's the perfect time of year headed into Christmas to put that out. And then this vintage candle holder. It's great for that. This is kind of just a big glass goblet, so I'll see what I do with that. And this wreath I plan to use just for crafts. We'll see if it gets used. But these are really the goodies that I wanted from the group. This vintage mirror. Hey. This vintage mirror will be really pretty. I have another hand mirror, so it'll be neat to put them together in a display. I did not know that this was in there, but this is the best bell I have gotten. Just full metal bell. A basic vase, cut glass, kind of a basic crystal. It's definitely heavy crystal mug. These glasses I was hoping had metal on the base, and they do. So they have this silver plated tarnished base, which is just really neat. Wish there was 4, but 3 is good. These must be candle holders, but I did expect they were shot glasses. But it is a pair. So that's really cool. This salt and pepper kit, which is pretty neat. And then 2 cut glass, or 2 crystal serving trays. This one is pretty normal, but I'll be able to sell it, which is good. And then this one is unique. I've never seen one that looks like this. This feels like crystal, the other one feels like cut glass. I don't know a lot of differences between crystal and cut glass other than the weight, so if you know any hints, let me know in the comments. And then these 2 candlestick holders, which is always nice to have a pair. That leaves one final thing. When I didn't win the peacock chair, I started bidding on this crock. So in mint condition, I saw these online for $200, $150 to $200. Now it did say on the listing that there was some cracks, which is true. This goes all the way through the crock. And there's another one here. So I'm not sure, but it's a pretty big crock, definitely 2 gallons. And it's the bee stinger kind of logo. No other markings. Put that in the light. No other markings that I can see. So this is the thing I kind of need your help with. I don't know how much it's worth. I don't know how to kind of reinforce the cracks. So if you have ever seen one of these or you've had one, let me know in the comments what you would do or what you would recommend. I'll probably just hold on to it for a little bit and then decide what to do. But either way, it is really cool. I'm sure it's because of the cracks, but I did get a really good deal. Okay, garage sale finds. As I was leaving the auction, I did see these signs for a garage sale. Ended up being 2 neighbors next to each other. The biggest find was this lamp. When it was only $4, I couldn't believe it. And then I walked up and she immediately said she would take 3 for it. So obviously I scooped it up. I don't know how much it's actually worth, but it's definitely worth more than $3. At her sale, I also picked up this really neat old metal colander. Very excited about that. And then her neighbor was having a sale and I was able to pick up these things. This vintage reindeer does have a broken antler, but altogether I spent under $10 on all of this. I think after all this though, I might need to take a week off of the auction. That's it for my haul today. Let me know if you want to see more hauls. It's just a good excuse to go shopping. And I need your help deciding what some of these are worth. Thank you for coming along with me on this adventure. I'll see you next time.